Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com. Today I want to talk to you about the trap of mediocrity, how frivolity kills your productivity and achievement. Today I had someone ask me, don't you ever get tired of having things to do? This is a very interesting thing because that is how most people approach life, that accomplishing things and having goals and achieving things is somehow a burden. It's somehow something forced upon you, or oh, I got this to do and that to do, instead of being a good thing. And the world esteems a lot of things above achievement and productivity. They love to be entertained, and with sports and movies and videos, they revel in the idea of listening to music and playing video games and getting on social media and talking about the day's news or gossip or whatever it is. They have all manner of ways of being entertained, but they have an equal amount of ways to make excuses for why they don't achieve anything, for why their lives are mediocre, for why they are just average. And my friend, that shouldn't be you. We should have a life that's full, that's active, that we have things to do. This isn't talking about a burden. Jesus said, "Take my burden upon you." His burden is easy, his yoke is light, and that's true. When you are living up to your fullest potential, when you are doing all things unto the Lord, you may do way more work than other people do, accomplish 1,000 times more than they do, and yet it's easy. It's not a burden. It's not hard. It's not difficult. It's not taxing upon you. And the same enjoyment they get out of entertainment and frivolity, you're getting from achievement. And this is something I have stressed so many times with people, especially younger people who don't seem to understand this. And I say younger people because they've been raised more on this social media and kind of frivolity environment, although it was certainly available in times past, but it keeps ramping up. Every year is more and more and more, and less achievement from people, more dependence on being entertained. But I say this a lot to people, that the pleasure you think you're getting from entertainment and things like that pales in comparison to the pleasure, the enjoyment, the joy that comes from achievement, from accomplishing your goals, from having something you want to do and setting out to do it and accomplishing that. You don't get that from playing a video game. You don't get that from watching the latest superhero movie. You don't get that from binge watching television series on some media platform. You don't get that from reading novels and playing video games and whatever it may be, watching sports and movies. My friend, you get that from achievement. And there's just something glorious about life when you're doing things unto the Lord. When you see your achievement as honoring to God, and you're getting enjoyment out of it yourself. It's not misery. It's not drudgery. It's not a burden that you're being forced to do this and accomplish something. It's not grinding or whatever people talk about, the grinding and hustling culture nonsense. You may outwork those people who are talking about hustling and grinding because they feel like they're in this rut doing these menial tasks and stuff that they have to do, and they got to work long hours doing things unintelligently. But the thing is, when you accomplish something and you keep having achievements, now I have to stress this, it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. This is not your accomplishments versus someone else, because you can always find someone else doing greater than you, and you can always find someone else doing worse than you. You don't want to compare yourself to either of those, because you compare yourself to the person doing better, you may feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing good. Oh, and you just talk yourself down into the gutter. But maybe even worse is you start comparing yourself with everybody else, the rest, the average, the mediocre, and you feel like you've done enough. So you never reach your full potential because you're already, just by doing anything, you've already outdone the vast majority of people. But you don't want to be living at that level where the level that you hold yourself to is just a little bit above everyone else. That's not good. Now, you could look to someone who's doing way better than you and say, you know what? I'm going to strive for that. That could be good. That's not discouraging. That doesn't drag you down. That's not you saying, oh, I'm not doing well. Saying, I'm doing very well, but I can do even better. And here's the thing, to testify to yourself and testify to others. How can you not do better? You know the living God, the creator and sustainer of all things. You know and walk with him. You know his son. How can you then not go and accomplish great things? In spiritual matters, Jesus said that you will do these things that I do and even greater works because he goes to the Father. Think about that. Your life should be nothing about mediocrity, nothing about average, nothing about just getting by, just doing enough, just accomplishing enough to be better than some of these other people. I don't even like that attitude of even looking to other people as if, see if you can be better than them, because it's demeaning to them. Because maybe, I don't know, but some cases, these people who are doing what would be called average, they might be doing the best they can. They might legitimately be working very hard, working as intelligently as they can, and this is the best results they can get with their lives. I don't know. So I don't want to hold that as something bad or negative, because they might be doing their all, and that's a good thing. But you have to be honest with yourself and know within yourself and the fact that you're a child of God, can you do more? And I bet you can. I haven't met a single person, even people who are ultra successful, are still doing more. Now, this isn't some endless loop where you're never getting enough. It's not about money or anything like that, although you will get financial rewards. You do get a lot of blessings in life from accomplishing things, but it is because if you're not growing, what are you doing? If your life's not progressing, what are you doing? The only other way is death. Because once you get stagnation and you're just leveling off and plateauing and not going any further, that's just basically the flat line. And then from there is just downhill into the gutter, into the grave. So I want to encourage you today, get out of that trap of mediocrity. Don't let the world's standards and ways limit you to just being a little bit above average or pushing yourself down because you see other people who are doing so much better than you. Well, this person's the richest man in the world, and I can't do that, so I might as well give up. Well, first thing, you don't know if you can. That person who's the richest man in the world wasn't always the richest man in the world, so maybe you could get there too. I don't know. That's not even a goal most people have. Most people just want to be abundant, to be able to give and do the things they want to do freely without restrictions. That's all. You don't have to set the highest standard in the world of being the greatest and having the most money in the world, because what is that going to do? If you just hoard up your money, you're not actively using it and blessing other people, that's useless. But you can each and every day accomplish more. You can set your goals higher and reach them, and then set even higher goals and continue to improve, grow in grace, and reap the blessing of the Lord. And that blessing, my friends, as Proverbs 10:22 says, makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.